35 years ago, The Simpsons aired an episode that completely changed how audiences viewed Bart Simpson, transforming him from a controversial troublemaker into one of television's most beloved animated characters. In 1990, following months of protests from parents, educators, and watchdog groups who saw Bart as a bad influence on children, the show's creators crafted an episode that redefined his image and set the tone for the series' emotional depth and cultural longevity. The episode, titled Bart Gets an F, premiered during the show's second season and remains one of its most acclaimed installments. At the time, Bart had become a lightning rod for criticism. His rebellious attitude, catchphrases like "eat my shorts," and disregard for authority led to a moral panic among adults who feared that children were imitating him. Many schools even banned The Simpsons merchandise. In response, the writers sought to prove that Bart wasn't just a one-dimensional troublemaker, but a kid who struggled and cared deeply beneath his mischievous exterior. Bart Gets an F focused on Bart's repeated failures in school and his desperate attempt to pass a history exam to avoid repeating the fourth grade. Unlike previous episodes where his antics were played for laughs, this story portrayed him as vulnerable and earnest. Bart studied harder than ever, even praying for a miracle, only to fail by a single point. However, his teacher, Mrs. Crabapple, recognized his effort and granted him a passing grade out of compassion. It was a rare and touching moment that showcased the show's emotional core. The episode's twist wasn't just in its storytelling, but in how it changed the public's perception of Bart. Viewers who once dismissed him as a symbol of bad behavior began to see him as a relatable underdog. Critics praised the episode for its heart and realism, calling it one of the first times a primetime animated show captured such genuine emotion. The episode also helped elevate The Simpsons beyond mere satire, proving it could balance humor with humanity. Ratings for Bart Gets an F were massive, making it the most-watched episode of the series at that time. The success validated the creative risk and silenced much of the criticism that had plagued the show. It also set a new precedent for character development in animation, influencing countless shows that followed. Decades later, the episode is still remembered as a turning point. It demonstrated that Bart wasn't just the bad kid, but a complex character who embodied the struggles of growing up. The blend of humor, emotion, and social commentary became the show's signature style. Now, 35 years on, Bart Gets an F continues to be celebrated as one of television's finest episodes. It marked the moment when The Simpsons evolved from a controversial cartoon into a timeless cultural phenomenon, and when Bart Simpson transformed from a rebel without a cause into the beating heart of Springfield.